my YouTube channel, or if this is your first time here, my name is Melissa. Welcome to my channel. Today it's a very short video and I'm really sorry about the lighting. It's just natural light. I wasn't planning, but I needed to film this intro. So today I'm doing a very quick video. I'm just going to swatch a bunch of shadows from my Carnival XL Pro against my brand new Carnival 3 I Love Tahiti palette, just to see what similarities there are in the palette, at least on swatching. Rude. And then my next, super rude. And then my next video is going to be me putting one on one eye, one on the other, and seeing like if you know which one is which. So if you're interested in seeing some swatches, do keep watching and remember to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any other videos in this series and all the looks that I'm going to do with this palette. And on that note, I'm going to piss off and enjoy. Okay, so here are my two palettes. This is obviously the XL Pro. This is the new one, and I'm trying to it's really hard to get them both perfectly in frame. I'm just cutting out the highlights from the XL Pro because they're not really important to this. So just I'm like looking at them side by side, there are definitely some similarities and I'm sure you'll agree. But they are really quite different. Like this, the XL Pro for example, it's got like a lot of greys and nudes and greens, whereas this is definitely more purple. This one I feel like is lacking more of these like lovely corally shades, although there is one. But yeah, there are a few that I look at that I'm like, gosh, that's the same. Like this one, Key Lime and Ecstasy look really similar. Even Keen up here looks very similar to Yellow, although I think they will be quite different. So what I'm going to do is just swatch the ones that to me look similar and see what I think. This is just going to be a super short video, I imagine, where it's really just about the swatches. It's nothing that deep. I just want to do it for myself to see what I think in person. So yeah, let's just jump into it. I'm going to move the palettes to the side, but I'll tell you like what they are when they're like on my arm. Ugh, I don't want to start because I'm listening to like the best music. Okay. I'm going to start with a really obvious one. There is a black in both palettes. So the first one I'm going to swatch is for my XL Pro because I've had it the longest. And so where is my arm going? I've had it the longest. It's my girl. So she gets a swatch first. So that is Lights Out. And then we have Black Beach from the new one, which is definitely like more grey. Like even building it up, if you miss like the full palette swatches, that's in my first video, which I will link up in the top corner. But yeah, I mean they're gonna look pretty similar on the eye, I feel like, when you build them up. Then I'm gonna do Ecstasy from the XL Pro, which is one of my favorite shades in this palette. It is nuts. I love it so much. It's a matte chartreuse, which is just not an easy color to find for anywhere. And then I'll swatch Key Lime from our new one, Carnival 3, and this doesn't swatch as nice, and I haven't used it on my eyes, so I can't say if it goes on really well or not. Again, they're definitely different tones, aren't they? I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say everything looks the same. I'm saying they look the same, just kind of, you know? Like this one's more green, this one's more yellow. From the XL Pro, I'm going to swatch Showboat, which is a really stunning and really quite unique colour. You don't really get that in many palettes in my experience. But from the new one, I'm going to swatch Reef. Very different actually upon application. Reef is a bit more green, this is a bit more blue. Then I'm going to swatch Slow Burn from the XL Pro. Just remember, swatches closest to you are XL Pro. Oh gosh, this is not swatching very well. This is a lovely matte warm brown. I'm going to compare it to Cocoa from the Tahiti. Again, different but similar. I mean, they're going to look the same on the eye realistically. Ooh, let's do Keen, which is the yellow in our XL Pro. This is Keen, this is a real nice yellow. I hit pan on this in my first Carnival palette, and this one claims to have no duplicates, obviously, hence why people are questioning and like swatching them side by side. Anyway, so this one is yellow from the new one, which is way more mustard toned. Let's do Wasted from the XL Pro. And we'll compare that to Blackberry. Pretty different. I don't think they're going to look exactly the same on the eyes. I guess we'll take Foolish from the XL Pro. I don't think this is going to be exactly the same, but they do look quite similar in the pan. So this is Foolish. This is the coral colour. Some of mine are like very dry to the touch, but I don't mind because they really work on my eyes very well. And then I'm thinking Bear from my Tahiti, but yeah, they're definitely going to be different. It just kind of looks like a more pigmented version, doesn't it? Let's do Inferno from, you guessed it, the XL Pro, which is a lovely matte red. Actually swatches pretty darn well. I'm going to compare that to Blaze from our XL. Nope, from our new one, just to confuse everyone. I mean, they're pretty much identical. It's probably the closest we've got thus far. I'll do the Hype from my beautiful XL baby. I think I'll compare that to Tropics. They're pretty much the same. They are different, but again, it's more like when you put them on the eye, are they actually going to look different, or are they going to look very, very similar? I'm going to swatch Persuasion from my big baby. And I'm going to compare that to Twilight. Ooh, Twilight. Oh, different. And also the XL Pro one definitely swatches better. Not too off the beaten path though, different, are they? I'll take Lit from my XL. Absolutely outrageous orange. And I'll compare that to Sundown from my Tahiti. Pretty much the same. I'd say like almost identical. I'll swatch like a couple of pinks. Like I'll swatch Funky from my XL Pro, which is a lovely bright pink. I've hit pan on that in this one and also in my previous one. I'll swatch that against Pink Lily, but I think they are going to be pretty different, to be honest. Yeah, Pink Lily's got maybe more of a blue base to it. That, I mean, as far as I can see, in my eyes, those are the most similar. Let me, no, I'll brighten it a pinch, just so you can have a look. I mean, there is a lot of similarities, isn't there? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 12 of the shades I find are very, very similar. I feel like if I did a look with all these shades, you wouldn't know which eye was which, to be quite honest. But in my honest opinion, do I feel that that's a put off? No. But I also have to be honest and say my logic brain and my critical thinking turn off when I see beautiful palettes. So I'm maybe not the best person to say something like that, but I mean, for me, there's hugely enough of a difference between the two to justify having both, or like just getting the Tahiti if maybe you've been pondering the XL Pro and now the Tahiti's come out. Personally, that's like my preferred colour story, but I mean, all in all, some of them are quite similar, yes. I think it would be very hard to do, to like release two new like rainbow palettes and not have them like in any way similar. So that is my thoughts. You have to let me know what you think. Like I said, it's not a long video. I just wanted to compare them. Let me know what you think, and please stay tuned because my next video will be putting one on one eye, one on the other eye, and seeing if they truly dupe themselves when we actually put effort into like blending things out and see. This is my makeup towel. Blending things out and seeing how they look on the eye. And I'm also planning a green and purpley pink look as well. So yeah, thanks so much for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed it. Quick and cheerful. Give my video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything, and leave me a comment down below. I hope I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.